Hi my loves, Sister Boyd here with LA Curly Girls, and I'm coming to you with another installment of I Grind Vlog Days of Summer. And so this video, I wanted to share my personal natural hair journey. I returned to natural back in 2007, 2008. It's been a while, I can't remember. And my natural hair journey, I transitioned from heat damage. And I didn't have this like epiphany of wanting to come into my natural self or anything like that. Mine was purely out of a financial reason. At the time, I was in the shop sometimes every week, getting my hair done, my nails done. At one point, I was getting facials and waxes and my nails done, hair done. I was real fancy. And then my son, he started to get active and he grew. And you know, I remember we had an incident where he needed some shoes and he didn't fit the boys' shoes, so we had to go over into the men's department. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is a big jump. And I had to make some decisions because, you know, kids grow, and he was at that point where I knew he was in this size, and probably within 3 to 6 months he was going to be in another size, and I needed to get a handle on my expenses. And going to the shop, getting this done, get that done, it couldn't happen. And I was that chick that if I had a nail break, I would literally go to the shop that same day and get it fixed. I didn't care if I was going to the shop in 2 days. I had to get that nail fixed because I was not walking around with a broken nail because that was just tacky. And you know, I was getting special things done. Like I had just started doing my cellophane, so I couldn't have like a gray show. Like I had some gray showing, yeah. Like I can't do that. It just wasn't gonna happen. So I had to make some decisions. And what I decided to do was take the summer off and just do my hair myself. I was like, okay, this is not a bad deal. I can, you know, stack some money, and I went to carpentry school. I've done my hair before. I can do it. And I was doing my hair for a minute, and people were like, yeah, why are you spending all the money? You can do your hair. And then at the time I was working out like 5 to 6 days a week, and I was doing good. I was not a problem. I could work out in my press, and my hair I could keep a press even with working out and sweating. Something happened in like maybe like a month and a half, and I started sweating profusely, and I could not keep a press. And I had went to a retreat and stayed in the hotel, worked out in the hotel's gym, and I remember it was warm in there. It was kind of stuffy, and I sweated my whole entire hair out. No problem. They had a blow dryer. I'll blow it out and rewrap it, sit with the wrap for a minute. I should be fine. Done it before, not a big deal. Oh no. No. My hair did not dry. It would not go straight, and I was stuck because, of course, I was that chick. I was confident. I didn't take anything for my hair, so I was like, oh my God, I look horrible. And everybody was like, no, you don't. I remember I had a hard time getting into the retreat. It was a spiritual retreat because I was so self-conscious about my hair. Finally, I said, you know what, enough is enough. And I had to push it to the side. And somewhere in there, I decided, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to wear my hair curly. And I was like, it's not a big deal. And I was able to get through the retreat. And I started wearing my hair curly like I thought. And I put some stuff in it, I don't know. And it wasn't working. I didn't like it. So I started doing some research. I found YouTube. And I started researching curly hair. No idea to think about natural hair. And I found a couple YouTubers, Straight Isis, Lady NYCKP, I think that's her name. Those two are no longer vlogging. Empress Ree and Lady Libra. And so I found these chicks, and they were talking about different products, and that's how I found out about Kinky Curly. And Kinky Curly Custard was my first boo, and that's one of the reasons why I love it today. It did me good, but it did me good with all my straight pieces. And so I went on a journey of taking care of my hair with all those straight pieces using Kinky Curly. And I literally had like, I had straight from here with a little bit of, it literally looked like overgrown new growth, and it was just straight. But I wore it. I wore it. And I learned about co-washing. I learned about pre-pooing. I learned about sulfates, no sulfates, conditioning. I learned about using oils. Oh my God, oils, glycerin. That's when glycerin became my boo. I love glycerin. I learned about preservatives, aloe vera, honey. I was mixing stuff, shea butter. I was just doing it. I was doing the doggone thing. And so over time, I started learning a lot more. And the wonderful thing for me is I had a really good friend, Angie. She's in LA Curly Girls group. She and I started doing research. And Angie had always worn her hair curly, but you can tell she probably had a little heat damage, because now, whereas before she would wear her hair curly and it would be long down her back, and then as we started going through this journey, her curls started tightening up, and now her wash and go stays pretty much up around here, but she still has very long hair. And we learned together. We would be up on the phone watching videos, comparing notes. We would be texting me like, Drew, did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this? And for me, that was a wonderful thing, and that's something that nobody will ever be able to take from us, because we have this time together. And this hair thing, we had a wonderful time. We ventured off and looked at other kind of videos. It was hilarious. We had a good time. We tried stuff together. We went shopping together. Then we discovered natural hair events, and we went to a couple together, and then I would be able to go and she couldn't, and then I would come back and bring that report. And this is how I learned to go to natural hair events. And I went by myself. I met new people, and it was wonderful. I've met some awesome people. I think in the beginning, one of the very first events I went to was Curly Chronicles. And she's not vlogging anymore. She's not doing events. I don't even know if her YouTube channel is still up anymore. But she would bring together people, and we would have these events, and they would take pictures, and it would just be wonderful. We had such a good time. And there was another young lady who started doing events, and she ended up going to nursing school. So, and at the time I was on Curly Nikki, and so there was this whole community. We met people on Curly Nikki, but then there weren't any events in LA that I knew of, because I was on Curly Nikki. I didn't know about meetup.com at the time. And so one day I was like, you know what, we should have a get together. And that's what it was. It was a get together. It was a curly get together. I never would have called it a meetup. And so I did the first one, and it was at Cozy Mills, and it was in September, October of 2009. And we had a wonderful time. Denim Pixie was there. Curly Chronicles was there. Angie was there. Vita Star was there. We had so much fun. And, oh my God, Renan, the real one, that's what she is on Twitter. We had so much fun. I remember we did a white elephant gift exchange, and people were taking their swap items, and it was funny. We had so much fun. And that was the very first LA Curly Girls event. And I would have never thought, I just did it that one time just to get together. And before it was over, people was like, when are we doing another one? When are we going to do another one? And it took me a minute, and I did one, I think it was the following May. The following March. And I did one, and that was the first time I got sponsors. And from there, it's grown. And by that time, my hair, I was good with my hair. I don't think I had any more straight pieces. I had cut all the straight pieces off, and I had a solid regimen. But in order to do that, I had to go through all. Most of my time was spent on Curly Nikki as far as garnering information. I met most of my curl friends there. We compared notes. I listened to people. I watched people. I read their blog pages. I read what they did, how they treated their hair, what products they used. Then I tried what they did. And I remember there's this one lady at the time, she was bleaching her hair, and she had the most beautiful curls with bleached hair. And she took wonderful care of her hair. I mean, she treated her hair wonderful. And I learned a lot. And that's how I learned, matter of fact, that's how I learned that I need to have my moisture on, then my styler, and then my sealant. That my hair will not do oil underneath my styler, or I'll be in Frizz City. And I learned it from her because that's what she did. And I learned how to baby my hair. And even though your hair is in good condition, you want to always treat it for its weakest link. And one of the things that I worry about is dryness and split ends. And so that's what I treat my hair for. So I was able during that time to get my regimen. So by the time I started hosting events, I had a good, solid base grasp of my hair. So I was able to give something. And again, remember, when I started hosting events, it was just to pull us together so we could get together to talk. So by the time I really was setting out with determination to host events, I had a solid understanding of my hair. And that took years. It took years. Like I said, I went natural 2007, 2008. My first event was 2009. By 2010, LA Curly Girls was a solid group. So look at how much time it took. So overall, I love my journey. I've had such an awesome time. I've met some awesome women. Being natural has taught me a lot about myself. I've grown emotionally, mentally, physically. My hair has grown wonderful. It's done some awesome things. I have fallen in love with my curls. I've fallen in love with me. And I've fallen in love with my curl friends. I have some awesome friends. And friends, as you know, friends come and go. And I've met people and some have left and new ones have come. And I'm a firm believer that when a space becomes open, God is giving you something new. So be prepared, be excited. And this natural hair journey, this natural hair community has blessed me with some awesome people, and it's given me some things that have helped me in my personal life and in my career. And I can't say that I would trade it for anything. I'm very satisfied with my natural hair journey. What advice do I have for newbies? It's gonna get better. I know right now you might be shaking in your boots because you're like, what have I done? If you big chop, what have I done? You know the relaxer is there, the flat iron is there. You can always go back. And you're right, you can always go back. But I'm going to ask you to give yourself some time and to trust yourself and to trust that you have been created with an awesome beauty. It may not look like anybody else's, but it's yours and you owe it to yourself to learn and to discover it and to find it and embrace it. Give your curls some time. They're going to change. What you see now is not what you're going to see by the time you get to where I am right now. Trust me, I promise you. It will be something different. It's going to be awesome. And you're going to be so amazed. And your breath is going to be taken away by what you have inside of you. You're going to grow. You're going to learn a lot about yourself, and you're going to meet new people. And I want you to experience that. I want you to be open to learning and meeting and embracing the new and the natural. I want you to learn your hair. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there, but I really, really want you to learn your hair. Not my hair, not the vlogger next to me, not the person down the street. I want you to learn your hair. So I want you to invest some time in yourself. Don't be one of those people that's like, oh, I need you to tell me what to do. No, I want you to sit down with your hair and the information that you've gotten so far and to learn your hair. I want you to feel it, touch it, listen to it. It will tell you. I want you to ask questions. I want you to invest the time. Get on YouTube. Get on the internet. Google is your friend. I want you to do that. Ask questions, but at the same time, I want you to do some research. And when you get stumped, then I want you to ask some questions. And I want you to come out to events. It does not have to be LA Curly Girls. I most definitely would love for you to come to LA Curly Girls. But if you're not in the area, then I want you to find a group in your area. There's tons of groups in the area. And get a curl friend. Get somebody that you can walk this journey with. It is so much fun to do it with somebody. Okay? All right, this video has gone longer than what I planned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this now, and I definitely want you guys to ask questions in the comment section. This will be posted in the on our Facebook page and in the closed Facebook group. And I want you guys to watch, and then I want you guys to ask questions. Whatever questions that you need to ask, okay? All right, my loves. Thank you for staying with me for this video and listening to my natural hair journey. All right, my loves. Stay beautifully curly. I will be back.